Alright guys, figured I'd just make a video now. It's the video I promised you guys about the protein thing. Shocking discovery. I finally found out why people, not only in Africa and in poor countries that have no access to whey protein, and people like my uncle and stuff like that making gains without whey protein or without eating huge amounts of protein. Because we believe in this community that you have to take 1 gram per pound of body weight or 1.5 to 2, which I'm not totally against, because I do that just in case. There are days when I don't meet that goal, but I try to do it just in case, because a lot of people that are getting gains are doing it. But I always ask, the thing about life is you gotta question things. Always question things. That's why I get in trouble a lot, because I'm always questioning the norm. I question science and bro science, and I incorporate both based on what works. So I was always questioning, why are these people making gains, when they're only eating like 60 grams of protein a day, and they're not getting these huge amounts, and some of them don't even take protein shake because they can't afford it or prefer not to. And most people would just want to say, oh, it's genetics. I always thought out the window. If you know Team 3D, I would never use that as a conclusion. It's just genetics. Genetics does not... People think having better genetics simply means you're going to overwrite the fucking laws of hypertrophy. You're going to overwrite the laws of physiology or biology. No, it simply means you have an advantage or your body processes things differently, things like that. But laws will be laws. So I did more research, kept looking, and recently me and my uncle were having a discussion about the human body, and because he's big on, he's studying for his PhD, so even though he's in computer science, he's big on biology and chemistry. I like incorporating all the sciences, God. I love knowledge, I love learning. And we realize, if you think about it, the body's 70% water. Most of your body is water. Even if you take your muscle out, or beef, steak, you put it on the pan, you turn the fire on, what happens? It shrinks, a lot of the water leaves, a lot of grease leaves, whatever. So really on the 190-pound body, if you think about it, if you take out the water and the fat, the amount of muscle you have is not really that much, right? That does not mean that you don't need a lot of protein. You do need a lot of protein. But how much do you really need? Studies show, I'm going to put the link in the description. I found this cool study where they explain the protein absorption rate, right? So they explain that it takes about, if you take whey protein, we're talking about liquid protein here. So let's take whey protein as an example. They found out that it takes about time, I'm going to write time, to absorb, right? If you take whey protein, like 50 grams of whey protein, it takes 1 to 1.5, I'll just write 1.5 hour, 1 hour to 1.5 hours for your body to actually absorb that whey protein. Why? Because it goes so fast that's the time that the protein actually stays in the part of your body that really absorbs most of it, like in your gut. I don't go into the biological details, but about 1 to 1.5 hours. After that, whatever's in your body is going to get flushed out, because your body does not store protein. Once again, your body does not store protein. Your body stores fat and carbs and stuff like that, and glycogen. But your body is not made to store protein. What it does is it takes what it needs, the rest it flushes it out. So it takes about 1.5 hours for your body to absorb liquid protein, because it goes really fast. It's not a steak. It's not going to stay in your stomach for a day or two. Liquid protein goes really fast. So whatever your body only has 1 hour to 1.5 hours to absorb, right? Then the question was, well, how much does your body absorb? What's the rate of absorption? A lot of people want to know, well, if I take protein, how much my body absorbs? Well, they find out, right, in a study, it takes about, I'm going to write absorption rate, 8 to 10 grams per hour. And this is ridiculous, right? And you're gonna find out what the FDA recommended amount of protein is so much more lower than the bodybuilders. But I always go with the bodybuilders just in case. So 8 to 10 grams per hour, meaning in 1 hour your body can only absorb, we're talking about whey protein here, liquid protein, about 8 to 10 grams of liquid protein, because it's going so fast. So think about this, guys. If you took a protein shake, right, post-workout, let's say 50 grams, and these numbers are for like the average individual. So for bodybuilders, it might, I don't know, it might be a little different, but it shouldn't be that much of a big difference, right? Because our bodies are the same. If you take 50 grams of whey protein, post-workout, right? 2 scoops of protein after your little workout, drink it, you think, okay, I got 50 grams of protein in me, right? I'm just going to put that in my fitness pal, and it's in my body. Wrong. 50 grams of whey protein, based on this, what does that tell you? It's going to take you how long to absorb that? If you're only absorbing, let's say, 10 grams per hour, that's not calculus, it should be easy, guys. 5 hours. It should take you 5 hours, if you're going at a rate of 10 grams per hour, it should take you 5 hours to get 50 grams in. But the problem is, your body can only absorb what it needs for 1.5 hour, right? So that means in that 1.5 hour, how much protein did your body absorb before the rest got flushed out? About what, 10? First hour, 10 grams. Second hour, half of 10, 15 grams. 10 to 15 grams. That means in 1 hour, in 1.5 hours, after you took that 50 grams of protein, that looks mad suspect. Your body only took 10 to 15 grams. You know what happens to the rest? Gone. Flushed out. Either in your urine or your sweat or your feces or whatever. So a lot of us are wasting a lot of our protein. Now, the studies also show something really interesting. Because if you don't believe me, like I say, go look at the studies, whatever. I'm just showing you, what it's showing. And it makes a lot of sense. Because like I said, I look at all these people who are not taking that much protein. It makes a lot of sense. So out of 50 grams of whey protein or whatever, liquid protein, you only got 10 to 15 grams. You wasting your money, right? Now people thinking, well, what can I do? Should I take a little bit, every now and then, which might also work? Or the best way, according to the research, is to take it with foods that increase your absorption rate. You want to take it with they did a study where they showed somebody who took one group of people, about I think it was like 20 people, took 50 grams of protein with without anything else. The other group took it with enzymes, digestive enzymes. I made a video showing you guys the importance of eating whole foods and vegetables and foods because they have digestive enzymes. But they found out the group that just took the protein without the enzymes or whatever only absorbed, I think, about like 30% of it. I'm not sure. I think only about 30%. And they measure this by looking at like the nitrogen balance and stuff like that, the amino acid profile, all that complicated shit. And now the group who took it with the enzymes, protease, there's a lot of enzymes that help digest protein. That group, it went from 30% to 120%. Think about it, from 30 to 120. That's a big difference. That's the importance. So if you take your protein without enzymes, this is what happens. You get about 30% absorption rate, or less. I think it's a lot less. And if you take it with enzymes, up to 120%. That's a big difference. Now, where do you get enzymes from? Once again, you got to be careful because those studies are also sponsored by people that want to sell you enzymes. So also be very careful. I've been taking a lot of them, so I don't know if they work or not. But what I can tell you is, eat your protein with foods that contain enzymes, foods that are high in enzymes. I could make a separate video explaining to you guys a lot of foods that are high in enzymes, and now it makes sense because my uncle eats those foods all the time, and now I see why his body holds on to that protein so much. And nothing that steroids do. You gotta understand, guys. A lot of people take steroids because of the nitrogen retention effect. They don't want the protein to get wasted out, to get wasted, so they eat a lot of protein and they have those drugs that help the body recycle and keep the protein in. That's how they get so fucking huge. But anyway, I'm gonna make a separate video showing you guys the foods that are high in enzymes. Alright, hope this video helps, man. Stop taking huge amounts of protein. If it's working for you and you're rich, you could afford it, by all means go. But this is a low budget lean muscle. Tired of wasting our money. We want to make sure the money that we spend goes to where we want it to go. Just letting you guys know, those big ass scoops of protein shake, you're only getting this much out of it. Unless you're taking it with, enzymes and foods that help digestion. I'm gonna make the second video showing you guys those foods. Hope this video helped, man, because like I said, I love knowledge, I love learning, I'm curious, and I just want to share my what's the word I'm looking for? Enthusiasm with you guys. English is a hard language to pronounce. Alright, hope the video helps. If it doesn't, like it anyway. I'm out.